Hey guys, Will and
Benny
here, and welcome to another episode of Boosted Builds. So Benny has been doing a lot of practice modifying and driving these cars in, what game have you been playing?
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed, yeah. And one of the things that he noticed was that what happens with the car when you go really fast and you change gear in Need for Speed? Makes blow-off valve noises and turbo noises, right? But this car doesn't really do that, does it? So we're going to be fixing that today by installing a
Air filter and blow-off valve.
So, before we get into that, we need to really spend some time cleaning up this engine bay, don't we? It's really filthy. We haven't even touched it since we bought the car. So let's get started on that first, and then we will strip down the engine bay. We've got to remove a lot of the sort of upper engine components, stock air filter intake and all that stuff, charge pipe, and we'll do a little bit of an explanation on how all this works, why it makes the sounds it makes. And at the end, I reckon we should go for a drive and see what it sounds like, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started.
Your car goes boo boo ba. Your car goes brap brap brap. Your car goes ting ting ting. My car goes psh psh. My car goes psh psh.
All right, I think you've done a pretty good job there, Benny. It's not perfect, but it's as good as it needs to be for the job we're doing today. You reckon it's all right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Thumbs up? Yeah. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to start pulling apart this engine bay, don't we? So should we get the camera on a tripod and start getting to work?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's get on the tools. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to disconnect this little breather pipe here. So you're going to squeeze in on those two little sides and you're just going to pull up. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right, off we go. Get it? It's a little bit stiff maybe. Yep, perfect, good job. And now we've got to undo, we've actually got some missing clips. There's meant to be a clip there and a clip there, but we've got these little clips here. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna get the screwdriver and we're just gonna go pop like that, okay? So you do the other two. Perfect, yep. Yep, perfect. All right, give me the screwdriver back. And now we're gonna lift up this panel here. So this is the top panel of our standard airbox. So underneath that, you're gonna see the standard air filter. So just lift it up, pull it out, yep, perfect. So pull the standard filter out here. Now you start to get a bit of a look at what's going on. So you've got your ram intake here. So what I mean by that is it's drawing in cool air from the front of the car through these channels here and drawing cool air in here. So one of the things with pod filters is they do draw in warm air from the engine bay. The hotter the air is, the less oxygen it carries, the less power you make. So that is a bit of a compromise. We'll see what kind of performance difference that makes. We're going to be changing everything later on anyway, so we can always create some sort of a makeshift air box or something further on down the track. But you can see down here, we got the air filter. Air comes in underneath, passes through to the top, and you can imagine how restrictive that is with the air trying to get through that stock filter. Then it comes across the top here and then down into our two intakes for the two turbos. So the two turbos you can't see, they're down underneath the side here, but we've got one pipe that runs this way down to one turbo and another one that runs around the back there into the second turbo. So we're going to be removing these pipes here, removing this entire airbox, and then replacing these two with the two pod filters. So we'll crack on. Next step is to get the airbox removed. Anything. All right, you want to pop that out? Yep, just pull it out. Careful of this hose. Yep, that's it. Yep, all the way out. All right, so now we can see our intake manifold. We've got our throttle body here as well, which is like a butterfly valve that opens and closes to let the air into the engine. And then this is our charge pipe. So this is the other side of the intercooler where the pressurized air from the turbos comes through into the intake manifold and then gets into the combustion chamber from there. You can see there's quite a bit of blow-by in there as well. We might need to put a catch can in at some point. You can see there's quite a bit of oil sitting in that charge pipe. You'd expect that for an engine of this age though, so I'm not too concerned about that, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Good. Give it a good yank. It'll just pull out. That's it. Yeah, perfect. Set it down.
It is pretty heavy.
Good stuff. All right. So we had to do all of that just because we wanted easier access to the plumb back up here. It was just impossible to get my hand underneath it, but it gives you a better look at what's going on under here anyway. So we'll get that undone. All right. So we've got our charge pipe here. We've undone the hose clamp here, so that should pop off the pipe coming up from the intercooler. And then we've got to take off this clamp here as well. But the thing we have to watch is that there is a pressure sensor, I believe that's what it is, sitting on the charge pipe just down here. So we need to be super careful that we don't tear the wiring for that. I can't quite reach to get it unplugged from this side. So we're going to spin the pipe around. Hopefully that'll give us access. And then we can unplug it. So let's do that now. So we're going to pull this clamp out. Just pop off like so. I'm going to put that over with our other stuff, please. And pop it off here. Go. All right. Long one. There we go. Okay. So that side's off. Okay. That side's now coming off the charge pipe too, so that's good. Pop that off. There we go. Oh wow, there's a lot of oil in there. Jeez, it's a lot of blow-by. So what that means in very simple terms is that there is oil passing through some seals somewhere in the engine and basically getting into the air system, which will be choking things up for sure. So yeah, we definitely need to be looking at rebuilding this engine, but we're expecting that anyway, so all good. We'll put some catch cans on there in the short term anyway, but next thing we need to worry about is getting this guy off here and then unplugging our air sensor without damaging it. So let's get that around there. Okay, so we have all of the parts that we're now going to be installing into the car sitting down here. So I figured it would be a good time to kind of run through everything. So this little sensor here that I was fidgeting with before, I thought that it might have been a pressure sensor, but I'm pretty sure that that is a little thermistor. So this is going to be our intake temperature sensor, or one of our intake temperature sensors. So Benny is going to get to work screwing that onto the area just here, making sure we don't damage the ring. Yep, perfect. That was satisfying, wasn't it? It was a good fit. I might not have quite caught that on camera properly. I might have drifted, but there we go. Nice fit. All right, so now you get your little crush washers and get it installed.
Your car goes boo boo ba. Your car goes bra 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 bra. Your car goes ting 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 ting. My car goes psh psh.
My car goes psh psh. My car goes STUTUTU. I don't really wanna cop no tickets, but when I hit the clutch kick, look at my rear view, but you can't see shit. Everybody wanna be the best, the best. If your car doesn't psh, then please shut your lips. Mighty car Mars is the best. Yo.
Okay, so after quite a bit of shoehorning, and again I should have been wearing gloves. I haven't cut myself again, but we're okay. Managed to finally massage that in there. You couldn't really see what was going on camera anyway, but I've aligned the hose clamps so that we can still access them there and there. Clamp those down. We don't want to go crazy tight. I've also aligned the banjo bolt on the blow-off valve here, so it's orienting back towards the intake manifold where our vacuum line is going to run. So you'll notice here I also had to take off the power steering pump reservoir here just to make sure I had enough space to work. I kind of had to massage the pipe in, and once it was sitting in place it was okay, but it is a bit of a tight fit there. So now we're just going to relocate everything, get everything bolted down and in position, and then we'll be able to fire it up and test it all.
This garbage, it smells like skunk, and VTEC, absolute junk. You can't beat me, man, you'll never win. So take your little Civic and...
Okay, mister, we've got a few things we've got to do now. You ready? Okay, so first thing we need to do, so we don't forget, is to tighten these two bolts here, where I moved the power steering reservoir before, so that's a little ratchet down there.
In the bin.
Your car goes boom boom ba. Your car goes brap brap brap. Your car goes ting ting ting. Let me hear you say. My car goes psh. Your car goes boom boom ba. Your car goes brap brap brap. Your car goes ting ting ting.
Remix.
My car goes psh psh.
Perfect. Okay, we mustn't forget to do these two as well, but we'll do those a little bit later on. Next thing I want you to do is grab those two plastic little caps. All right, now you can put the wrench down because we're not going to be using that right now. Okay. Now, do you remember where we're going to put those two things?
Nope.
Yep, perfect, yeah. So on the blank plate there, just slide it on. Yep, perfect. I might put a zip tie around that as well just to make sure it's secure. And then where's the other one, Benny? Do you remember? Yep, do you remember where to put it? Have a look for some clues, huh? Remember I told you there was 2 pipes? Yep, perfect. Well done, buddy. Good problem solving. Yep. So we just need to chuck a cable tie around each of those. We need to do up our hose clamps, which we'll do in just a moment. And then we just need to put our pod filters on. And I think we're good for a first startup. You excited?
Yeah.
All right, Benny, do you want to install the filters? Okay, so grab one of them, doesn't matter which one. Yeah, and it's going to slot in to that little hole there underneath this pipe, okay? And we want to orient it so the mode logo is pointing up. Yep, that's it. So slide under this. Perfect, buddy. And into that hole. Yeah, perfect. All right, let me check that. Yeah, all right, I'll just double check it, make sure it's proper tight. I think you've done a good job. Oh yeah, that's perfect, buddy. Spot on, exactly the right tightness. While we're here, you can plug this back into the valve here as well. So that just pops in. Make sure it goes in straight, yeah. Not on an angle. Yeah, oh, careful. You've got to push it straight. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Sorry, I just need to make sure you weren't pushing it sideways because you might crack the pipe because it's an old pipe. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on that one, okay? Yeah, I'll hold these things up out of the way for you. Might be a little bit trickier to get this one in. There you go. Just as well we took that cowl off. We definitely wouldn't have been able to do this with the cowl on there, I don't think. All right, everything is plugged in. Everything is tight, that's all good, that's all good. I reckon we're ready to do a test startup. What do you reckon? We'll start it up, see what it does. We're not going to go for a drive just yet because we've still got to put the cowl back on, but we'll make sure it all starts.
Will it sound different?
It should sound a little bit different, yeah. It should. We should get it more of a sort of rushing intake sound, and then when you rev it, when you lift off, you should get a little bit of a. It's not going to be super loud because the engine won't be under load when we're not driving. But grab the key. It's over on the bench there, and we can give it a try. So the key goes in there.
This way?
Yep. Pop it in, give it a push. Yep. Now check that we're in neutral. Yep. More of a wobble than that. Yep. Feel like neutral?
Pretty sure.
Yep. No, that's definitely in neutral.
Yep, that's in there.
Okay, foot on the clutch.
I thought I need to check.
Yep, that's right. Check the handbrakes on, you're right. I completely forgot about that, but you're right.
That would be bad.
Foot on the clutch all the way down. Yep. And then push the start button. All right. Hasn't blown up. No warning lights. Before you rev it, let me just do a quick check. Sounds good. All right, give it a rev. Not too high, okay? Just a little rev. Yep, again. Bit more. All right, give it a big rev. Yeah. Again. Nice. Sound good? All right, I think we're ready to put the cowl back on and then we can take it for a test drive, yeah? Awesome, thumbs up. You.
Your car goes boo boo ba. Your car goes brap brap brap. Your car goes ting ting ting. My car goes psh psh. My car goes psh psh. My car goes psh psh. My car goes psh psh.
All right, let's give it a go. Benny's recording our pass. We'll give it a little bit of a squirt. So it's not crazy loud. I don't even know if you could hear that on camera there, but you get a little bit of a choo, which is what we wanted. I think we have an issue with boost at the moment anyway. I think we're only making about 4 pounds of boost, whereas we should be making 9 or 10 pounds. So we will be putting a tune on the car as well. I think we might have a boost leak somewhere, but it's the same as it was beforehand, but we'll do one more. So you can hear a little bit. You can definitely hear it. We'll see what it sounds like from the outside as well. But no, I'd say that's mission success. We'll take it back to the workshop. Check that we haven't blown any lines or anything. We haven't got oil pissing everywhere. And should be all good. We'll get Benny back in the car first.
Press it again.
Yep, push it again to switch it off. How'd you go?
Really good.
Did it sound good?
Yeah.
Could you hear it go choo?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds pretty loud.
Sounds good, does it? All right, I'll hop out and we can have a little chat. Let's pop the bonnet as well. Woo! I don't like free reading it like that, but you got to do it. Okay, let's lift this up and let's have a look. Make sure we haven't blown any pipes or anything. Did it sound good just free revving?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, make sure you're pointing the camera where you're looking. So that's still on there. Our caps are still on. We haven't blown any. There's not oil blowing everywhere out of the blow-off valve, so that's good. We did have a lot of blow-by in the pipes, remember, so we'll have to check that out later on. But
Looks pretty good.
yeah, I would say that was a success. What do you think, Benny?
I like it.
So is there anything that you didn't understand about that whole process? Do you understand why we put the bits on that we did and what they do?
I understand most of it.
Yeah. So can you give us a little quick explainer? So what were these parts? Do you remember?
So these parts are the it's the intake or something.
Yeah, the air filters. Yeah.
Air filters.
Yeah.
Also, it looks
Right.
way cooler, and this is
Yeah.
the bit that it's hot.
Yeah.
It goes.
Yep, that's the blow-off valve. So that is the bit that bleeds off the boost. So when we lift off the throttle and the butterfly valve closes down here, so when that valve closes, remember I said you had the pressure inside the turbos and the charge pipes, and then you let off, and that pressure doesn't have anywhere to go because that valve's closed, right? So that's when the blow-off valve opens and the air that's pressurized in there goes out of the pipe, right? All makes sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's about the limit of Benny's patience for today. He's been pretty good. He's run off to go and play PlayStation. Now, don't tell his mother because he's not supposed to be on the PlayStation this week. It's a little bit naughty. But yeah, happy with how things turned out. Definitely need to sort out this boost issue. I think the effect of the blow-off valve and everything's going to be a lot more profound once we're actually making the boost we're supposed to be. Did a bit of research after filming the last section. Seems like there's a couple of things it could be. The turbo's on their way out, although we're not blowing smoke, so I don't think that's the case. It could be the wastegate solenoids. Apparently spring pressure in these cars is about 4 pounds, which is what we're seeing. So it could be that we're running on wastegate spring pressure. It could also be that the PCV valve is leaking boost, which would explain the excessive blow-by that we're seeing. But we don't know how long that's been accumulating for either. So there's a lot of diagnostic we need to do. But we'll definitely try to get to the bottom of that. As I said before, we will be pulling the engine out at some point and replacing a whole bunch of bits and pieces, basically doing a complete overhaul anyway. So I'm not too stressed about that at the moment. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is a brand new channel, so I would really, really appreciate if you found this content enjoyable and you've learned something, got some sort of value out of it, whether it's entertainment or knowledge. Definitely share it around with your mates. Leave a thumbs up as well and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on the rest of this series. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you again very soon. Bye.